Trump yesterday, said he's going to have federal takeover of D.C. and said he was going to look at New York City. What does that mean to you? Did you have any conversation with the Trump administration about this?
Well, the NYPD, particularly the Deputy Mayor of Public Safety, Kaz Daughtry, thanks a lot, TJ, is in continuous communications around public safety, particularly around coordination with our federal partners. And I mean, the numbers speaks for themselves. Record number of decrease in homicides and the shootings in the first 6 months. In the 7th month, lowest number of shootings victims and shootings in the city. All the major crime categories are decreasing in the subway system. We are realizing crime is at the lowest this year, outside of 2 years of the pandemic. And so what happens is that sometimes when you come off a shooting that happened at 345 Park Avenue, where we lost Officer Islam and 3 other New Yorkers, when you have those high-profile shootings, it sends a signal sometimes across the country that we're dealing with a crime issue in New York. And we're not. Those headlines give the wrong impression. New York is moving in the right direction in public safety. And if the federal government wants to assist us in really navigating some of the laws around easily accessibility to automatic weapons. I mean, this person who shot up 345 Park Avenue, he drove across the country with an automatic weapon. And and he had a history of dealing with, mental health issues. So there is some assistance we can get from the federal government. We should deal with stopping the access of these guns. There are more grants that I think our federal partners can get. And so I'm not part of the group that says we don't want to work in coordination with the federal government. But we don't need anyone to come in and take over our law enforcement apparatus. We have the finest police department on the globe. People come here to be trained, and people speak with us to get assistance. And so if the White House wants to help us in what we're doing to continue our success, and if we can help other cities, municipalities, they may want to ask us to come in and help other cities. We're willing to go into other cities and help them as well. But we don't need anyone to come in and take over. We got this under control.
We have other cities also that are bad, very bad. You look at Chicago, how bad it is. You look at Los Angeles, how bad it is. We have other cities that are very bad. New York has a problem. And then you have, of course, Baltimore and Oakland. We don't even mention that anymore. They're so far gone. We're not going to let it happen. We're not going to lose our cities over this. They love to spit in the face of the police as the police are standing up there in uniform. They're standing and they're screaming at them an inch away from their face. And then they start spitting in their face. And I said, you tell them, you spit and we hit. And they can hit real hard. It's a disgusting thing. I've watched that for years, for 3-4 years. I've watched them. The police are standing, and they're told, don't do anything under any such, so and you can see they want to get at it. And they're standing there, and people are spitting in their face, and they're not allowed to do anything. But now they are allowed to do whatever the hell they want. This dire public safety crisis stems directly from the abject failures of the city's local leadership. The radical left city council adopted no cash bail. By the way, every place in the country where you have no cash bail is a disaster. That's what started the problem in New York, and they don't change it. They don't want to change it. That's what started it in Chicago. I mean, bad politicians started it, bad leadership started it, but that was the one thing that's central, no cash bail. Somebody murders somebody and they're out on no cash bail before the day is out. We're going to end that. Other cities are hopefully watching this. They're all watching, just like everyone's watching here. They're all watching. And maybe they'll clean up, and maybe they'll do this and get rid of the cashless bail thing and all of the things that caused the problem. I mean, if you go back, this whole thing with cashless bail is a disaster. So many problems came that we never had before. So they're watching us today. And if they don't learn their lesson, if they haven't studied us properly, because we're going to be very successful. I have zero doubt about that. It's going to be. It's a question of will it be really fast, like the border. You know, everyone said they used to say Biden used to say, "I need legislation. You didn't need. I didn't get any legislation. I called up our people, and we did a great job. Tom Homan was great. As you know, our secretary did a great job. They did a great job. There's no games. They didn't play games. And we're going to have the same thing here. But then I'm going to look at New York in a little while. Let's do this. Let's do this together. Let's see. It's going to go pretty quickly.